Hey, it's Magic Turtle 643, and yes, I have glasses now. And no, I'm not trying to be more nerdy. I haven't been able to see very well for 6 or 7 years because I was too lazy and cheap to keep buying my contacts. But I got tired of squinting, so these are here to stay. But I'm sorry about the reflection and the glare. There's not really a good spot to film in my apartment. This is a question and answer video where I answer questions asked in the comments of a previous video. We'll call it Question Corner, because there's a corner. Nicole Adams says, I would love to know who your favorite Harry Potter character is. I know it's a cliche question, but I think questions like that can say a lot about the person answering them. Well, my answer is cliche too. It's Hermione, obviously, because she's the best character. I mean, she's the smart one, which you would think would just mean she's well-read, knows a lot about the wizarding world, but she's also a pro at magic. You'd think Harry would be the one who's good at spells because he's the hero, but she's way better than him and way better than Ron, who can barely do anything. All he is the comic relief, but he's not even that funny. And Harry, all he has is bravery, I guess, just blind like, I'm gonna go get him, even though Hermione would be way better at this than me. I'm getting sweaty. This is a bad discussion to have. I'm getting all worked up. Let's do some quicker questions, shall we? Are you a natural ginger? Yes, of course. I mean, look at this. You don't want to fake this color. It's sort of a dull, orangey brownish. Like if you wanted to fake being a ginger, it'd be bright and vibrant, right? Are gingers going extinct? I thought so, but then I saw a YouTube video. I think it was a mental floss video with John Green in it that said that was a myth. But we are still on the endangered list, so if you kill a ginger, the government takes your soul. On a scale of 1 to Jupiter, how excited are you to be on the Vlogbrothers channel? Saturn. What is your favorite thing about being a ginger? The discounts on rhubarb at the grocery store, obviously. What 3 things would you take to a desert island? Easy. My DS, my DSi, and my 3DS. Who the F is Hank? Hank is a miasma of incandescent plasma. Hank's not simply made out of gas. Questions don't have to be about you? Okay then, what's my favorite color? Easy. Green. What's the difference between a nerd, a geek, and a dork? I can't really say for sure, but I would say that a nerd is really smart, a geek is really into fandoms and stuff like that, and a dork is just socially awkward. But they're all various degrees of outcasts. What's my biggest achievement? Well, my Club Nintendo account just reached platinum status, which means we've defined nerd, geek, and dork. What's your favorite snack food? Well, I wouldn't be able to maintain this nice orange color if I didn't constantly eat Cheetos, so. Would you paint yourself a different color if you could? Like if I painted like a self-portrait, would I make myself like green or something? Or like, could I change my skin color? If everybody else was doing it, then I would pick like rainbow, like, or glow in the dark or something like that. But if I was like the only one with an unusual color, of course not. Unless it would make me rich. What is the orbital velocity of the moon? That's an easy one. I know from the top of my head that's the orbital velocity of the moon is 1023 m/s, which stands for moons per spin. So like every time the Earth spins, the 1023 moons could have gone around it. Do you and your wife have any kids? What are their names? Can they be in a video? Yes, we have a son named Brody, and he can be in a video, but I'm warning you that he has a serious skin condition. It's called super fluffy syndrome. What's your shoe size? 10.5. What's your favorite shirt that you own? We'll say this one. Blah, 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 blah. We've got a vague one-word question here. Politics? So I'll give a vague one-word answer. Whenever. Which Harry Potter book is your favorite? Chamber of Secrets. Which do you prefer, French toast, waffles, or pancakes? And why aren't muffins included in this stereotypical breakfast food grouping? Pancakes, and because you can't put syrup on muffins. Well, you can. We should. Why haven't we yet? What is your religion? Christian. If you don't get that joke, check my last sketchbook video. What advice would you give to someone who wants to major in something useless like the arts or humanities and has to constantly deal with people telling them to get a useful major or that they will always be jobless or destitute? Tell anyone who says that to you to get a personality that isn't useless. What is the meaning of life? Making shit. Do you do any kind of sports? Do you define sports as any game played with a ball? Because lots of pinball. Tortoise or snapping turtle? Tortoise. How long have you been married? Exactly 2 years, 3 days ago. How tall are you? The opposite of tall. Did you go to college? Where? What is the strangest thing you've seen on public transportation? Favorite book? Favorite musical artist? Do you know any languages other than English? Yes, a private college in Illinois. I don't really use public transportation. The Sugar Queen by Sarah Addison Allen. A tie between the fiery furnaces in Montreal. And no. That's it for today. If you want to ask more questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.